It was just a month ago that Brooke Hires left the state-issued emergency trailer where her family had lived since Hurricane Idalia slammed into her Gulf Coast fishing village of Horseshoe Beach in August 2023. Hires and her husband Clint were still finishing the electrical work in the home they painstakingly rebuilt themselves, wiping out Clint's savings to do so. They never will finish that wiring job. Hurricane Helene blew their newly renovated home off its 4-foot-high pilings, sending it floating into the neighbor's yard next door. I've hugged people, and cried with them. But this is the first time I've really sat down here and been here and thought about it. I've tried to use them all. Hires said. For the third time in 13 months, this windswept stretch of Florida's Big Bend took a direct hit from a hurricane, a 1-2-3 punch to a 50-mile sliver of the state's more than 8,400 miles of coastline, first by Idalia, then Category 1 Hurricane Debby in August 2024 and now Helene. Hires, who sits on Horseshoe Beach's town council, said words like unbelievable are beginning to lose their meaning. I've tried to use them all. Catastrophic. Devastating. Heartbreaking. None of that explains what happened here, Hires said. The back-to-back hits to Florida's Big Bend are forcing residents to reckon with the true costs of living in an area under siege by storms that researchers say are becoming stronger because of climate change. The Hires, like many others here, can't afford homeowners insurance on their flood-prone houses, even if it was available. Residents who have watched their life savings get washed away multiple times are left with few choices: leave the communities where their families have lived for generations, pay tens of thousands of dollars to rebuild their houses on stilts as building codes require, or move into a recreational vehicle they can drive out of harm's way. The sparsely populated Big Bend is known for its towering pine forests and pristine salt marshes that disappear into the horizon, a remote stretch of largely undeveloped coastline that's mostly dodged the crush of condos, golf courses and souvenir strip malls that has carved up so much of the Sunshine State. This is a place where teachers, mill workers and housekeepers could still afford to live within walking distance of the Gulf's white sand beaches. Or at least they used to, until a third successive hurricane blew their homes apart. Helene was so destructive, many residents don't have a home left to clean up, escaping the storm with little more than the clothes on their backs, even losing their shoes to the surging tides. In the surreal aftermath of this third hurricane, some residents don't have the strength to clean up their homes again, not with other storms still brewing in the Gulf.
It does not seem real. It does not seem real at all. I've grieved a little bit. I grieved mostly sitting here today, talking to you guys. This is the most. Whew. I've hugged people and cried with them, but this is the first time I've really sat down and been here and thought about it. I've tried to use them all: catastrophic, devastating, heartbreaking, to this magnitude. None of that explains what happened here. I've never been to war, especially like with bombing. You know, when I see like terrorist bombings and stuff on TV, that's kind of what it reminds me of. Is you feel beat down, like you can't come back from it. You feel like this could be the end of things as you knew it, you know, of your town, of your community, and you right now it's so early, we just don't even know how to recover.
Well, the first thing I could not see was my roof line. I knew just as soon as we got around the first curve, I couldn't see my roof. I said, it's not there. Just haven't had the time to get over Idalia, Debbie, and now it's just this just compounds all of that.
door was here.
My door was right here. Right in with it.
We've worked our whole lives, and we're so close to where they say the golden years. It's like you can see the light, and then it all goes dark.
This is the time that everything happened. 11:45, there's a clock up there half full of water, and that's the time that it struck. You see the clock? I don't know if you can see it very good. I turned the light on, but it ain't gonna work. He said, I see your house down there. It's that blue house. I just got finished painting it, and you can see it down there. But that's where my house ended up.
How far would you say that is?
A football field. Anyway, that's where my house is. It was right there. I feel so bad for everybody, and everybody says, I'm sorry, and everybody's sorry, and now it's time to go back to work, and let's get it done.